Welcome to Dr. Balaga's God Knowledge Doc podcast, your quick dive into the latest medical breakthroughs to keep you ahead of the curve. Let's get started. Today is August 2nd, 2025. This video is on a Nature Genetics article published on 28 July 2025 titled Large-Scale Genome-Wide Analysis of Stuttering. There was an scientific explanation done in Science published on 31st July 2025. Picture this: in the movie King's Speech 2010, a royal father frustrated barks at his son, "Relax, relax," as though stuttering were a bad habit that could be shaken off. The King's Speech is the story of British King George VI and his personal struggle to control his stuttering, or as the king calls it, stammering. Both terms, stuttering and stammering, describe the same condition: involuntary disruptions in the fluency of speech, including repetitions, prolongations, and blocks. In the US, we tend to use the word stuttering, and in the UK, it's called stammering. Decades of research now make it clear stuttering isn't a choice, it's an involuntary, deeply heritable condition woven into our DNA. And thanks to this massive new genetic study, the fog surrounding its causes, it's finally beginning to lift. Developmental stuttering affects 5 to 8% of the population and is highly heritable. Prior genetic studies lacked power. Only 2 loci had previously been identified. This study aims to explore ancestry and gender-specific genetic architecture via GWAS or Genome-Wide Association studies. The study cohort comprised of 99,776 cases and 1,023,243 controls from 23andMe, AdHealth, and the International Stuttering Project. They were stratified GWAS by gender and ancestry was utilized. They used logistic regression, meta-analysis, and linkage disequilibrium score for heritability estimation. Genetic correlation was assessed with autism, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, body mass index, impaired musical rhythm, and depression. What did they find? They identified 57 new loci, none previously linked to stuttering, including VRK2, CMTA1, SRPK2. The top gene was VRK2, linked to brain development, rhythm processing, and neurological disorders. Co-located gene, FANCL, also implicated in beat synchronization and neurodevelopment. Heritability 9.6% for European males, 9.1% for European females. Polygenic risk scores validated in independent data sets. Gender differences in loci and comorbidity correlations. Example, stronger links in females. The limitation, reliance on self-reported phenotype, limited power in non-European ancestries. Key takeaways: stuttering is polygenic with both shared and gender-specific genetic architecture. Genetic overlap found with autism, depression, impaired rhythm perception. Findings support atypical rhythm risk hypothesis in stuttering. Famous people who stuttered or stammered: entertainers or artists like Ed Sheeran, Marilyn Monroe. In media and broadcasting, John Stossel. President Biden. They said Winston Churchill used to stutter, but it's not clear whether he lisped. Stuttering is how smoothly you speak, while lisp is how clearly you perform. Athletes who stuttered include Shaquille O'Neal and Tiger Woods. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your colleagues. When we change how we see disease, we change how we shape lives. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep seeking wisdom. Podcast brought to you by Master MedFacts at mastermedfacts.com.